Once upon a time, in the quiet suburbs of a small town, two sisters, Mia and Ellie, stumbled upon a mysterious device hidden in their grandfather's old workshop. The device, covered in dust and surrounded by ancient-looking tools, was nothing more than a bulky metal box with dials, buttons, and a small screen. They had heard legends from their grandfather about a timecut machine, but they always dismissed it as one of his tall tales. Now, seeing the strange contraption with their own eyes, they wondered if the stories could be true. As they powered it up, the machine hummed to life, and the small screen blinked on, casting a soft glow that illuminated the sisters' curious faces. A flickering message appeared. Select a moment in time. Intrigued, Mia, the older sister with an adventurous streak, couldn't resist. She convinced Ellie to help her, and together they decided to test the machine. With a shaky hand, Mia entered a random date in the past, a few days before their grandfather's death. She had always wanted to know more about him, to understand his eccentric nature and secretive ways. The moment Mia pressed the activate button, the world around them distorted, like a ripple in water. The sisters felt a strange pull, and suddenly they were no longer in their grandfather's dusty workshop. Instead, they found themselves standing on a street from decades ago, surrounded by people dressed in old-fashioned clothing. The colors were slightly muted, and the world felt almost surreal, like an old film come to life. Ellie, the more cautious of the two, grabbed Mia's arm, a mixture of fear and excitement in her eyes. "This is real, isn't it?" she whispered. Mia nodded, equally awestruck. They walked through the streets, trying to stay unnoticed, marveling at the sights and sounds of a time long gone. As they wandered, they spotted a familiar figure up ahead, young and spry. Their grandfather walked with a determined look on his face. They followed him discreetly, watching him go about his day. To their surprise, they saw him interact with a woman they had never heard of. She was graceful, with an air of mystery, and their grandfather seemed deeply captivated by her. Realizing they might uncover secrets their grandfather had kept hidden, the sisters hesitated. But Mia's curiosity got the best of her, and she urged Ellie to keep following. The journey wasn't without challenges. At one point, they nearly got caught by a policeman who was suspicious of their strange clothing. Luckily, they managed to dodge him and continue their exploration. The sisters discovered that their grandfather had been involved in something much more mysterious than they'd ever imagined, a secret society dedicated to protecting hidden knowledge about time travel. The woman he was meeting was part of this society, and their grandfather had been preparing to pass down his legacy. But he never got the chance. As the day drew to a close, the sisters realized they had stayed too long. The machine began to emit a warning beep, signaling that it was time to return. Reluctantly, they made their way back to where they'd first arrived, feeling torn between staying to learn more and returning to their own time. With a heavy heart, Mia activated the machine, and in a flash, they were back in the workshop, the air filled with the faint smell of oil and metal. The machine powered down, leaving them in silence. The sisters exchanged glances, realizing they now shared a secret, a connection to their grandfather they hadn't had before. They had seen a piece of his life, his hidden world, and they knew it would stay with them forever. In the end, the sisters made a pact to safeguard their grandfather's legacy and to continue exploring the mysteries he had left behind, knowing that the timecut machine was just the beginning of their adventure.